Everyone put down your phones and shut your laptops. I'm about to give a speech. Now, I've put hours of work into this speech, and half of you weren't even going to listen to it. That is exactly how our generation is. We are dominated by technology, and it is affecting our everyday lives. 91% of adults report to owning a mobile device, which is a very large number in the grand scheme of things. The whole reason for this speech is to inform you why I believe we need to put down the phones and to share my simple solutions to this prevalent problem in our society. I recently went abroad to Florence in the spring of 2016. Now, going to 16 different cities in 9 different countries over the span of 4 months means I have quite a lot of stories to tell. Over the first 3.5 months, it was just me and all my friends, which of course changed when everyone went home and my father with his fiancée came to visit me. I was very excited for this. I haven't seen them for some time and was more than ready to share all my stories, good or bad, with them. We met in Rome and had lunch at this nice seafood restaurant near the Trevi Fountain. I couldn't wait to share all my stories, so after we ordered our food, I began to tell my stories from day one. As I was going through my stories, I noticed that both my father and his fiancée started using their phones and were somewhat half listening to me. It was at that moment that I realized technology isn't only affecting the younger generation, but also all generations. I also realized how much phones bothered me, especially at social gathering events such as that lunch. Relationships are being hindered, and we need to fix this problem now, before technology takes over completely. There are many solutions to the rise of technology, and they are very simple. Some people might think doing any of these solutions could be a regression in the advancement we have made as a society. But I believe that this can help save our society from being dependent on technology and also cause us to flourish. One of the biggest problems nowadays is when you meet friends to hang out. Everyone is glued to his or her phones, and it seems no one is actually talking. And when there is a conversation, it is usually when someone sees something on their phone and mentions it to the group. This needs to change as fast as possible. I find myself being the friend who says something along the lines of, "Come on guys, let's put down the phones." Lee Seigel says, "The internet has radically changed nearly every level of human experience in an incredibly short amount of time." This shows that people are noticing the change technology has on us, and it is an issue. If a group of people are hanging out, they should be focusing on the there and then. You can save time for scrolling through Facebook or stalking your favorite celebrity for when you're home alone. One of the best ways to help with this process is to have everyone put their phones together. This tactic can be used best at any eating event. The first person that touches their phone has to pay for everyone's meal, or if that's too expensive, just, pay for the tip. This incentive can cause people to not even glance at their phones and stay engaged in the group. This is a very useful tool in any group's arsenal to keep the group lively. Another solution I've come up with is making sure you and your group have alternative activities that are not connected to technology or use very limited technology to perform. This can range from any activity as long as it isn't simply staying home and watching television. I'm not saying TV is a completely bad thing, but with different activities that don't use technology can help give you and your group new experiences and help make new conversations for the future. One example of an alternative activity that I came up with was a weekend camping trip. This kind of event can be especially useful because there might not be some cell phone reception in those mountains and trails, and this would be good for entertainment purposes. This can create a great bonding experience for people and is also a good source of exercise. Another alternative activity could be a board game night. This is a good one for steering away from using technology. Board games are very immersive and sometimes take complete focus, especially when you're deep into a game of Monopoly or even Risk. Health Fitness writes, "Board games help with memory formation and cognitive skills." The benefits, both social and mental, to board games are a great alternative from using technology. Alternatives can also utilize technology, but not hinder from the performance of the people participating. There's a phone game called Heads Up that you can download on your phone. What you do is you put your phone on your forehead and people guess what the category is. They try to show you the category. This game encourages cooperation between people and uses technology as an enhancer for a group's time spent together. I personally play this game on every Thanksgiving dinner with my family. It brings us together and causes us to laugh and have a great time. We believe the best category is parental supervision. That one causes the most laughs. My last alternative activity a person can do that uses no technology but is a great benefit to the world is volunteering with your friends at a local soup kitchen. This activity might not be the most fun or glamorous activity, but it is definitely the most rewarding. Helping feed people who don't even have the technology that you have can be very rewarding. And no technology will obviously be used during this entire activity. You're too busy. You and your group will feel much better about this activity after it's done, and can also cut back on their technology usage because they see these people and don't use technology at all. This last activity can be the most eye-opening one and can greatly benefit the group in many aspects. With these activities, you can slowly use less and less technology and can just enjoy being in the presence of people. Another solution I've come up with is if you are communicating with a person on any kind of device, just go see them in person. Aaron Smith of Pew Research Center writes, 2/3 of Americans own smartphones, and 20% of Americans rely on these phones. Whether you're talking to a person over Xbox Live or texting a person using your cell phone, stop whatever it is you're doing and go see them. This, I believe, is the biggest fault with how technology is used. We talk to people all the time using these devices, and we think we are being social, and it is not hindering us at any point. In all actuality, we are causing ourselves to become dependent on these devices for communication. We are lessening our own development of our social skills. A survey done by Sarah Garretts states that 75% of women admit devices are ruining their relationship. This is not a good thing, especially for people who want a healthy relationship. There are very serious life events that people are just texting to people. Examples can be a grandparent dying or you getting into an accident. That should be told in person, or at least over the phone. People, however, are just texting these events and aren't sharing the emotion that comes with these kind of events. Technology needs to be used sparingly for relationships, and someone doesn't have to communicate with someone every waking moment of the day. Claudia Cox from the Daily Urbanista writes, "You're not treating it like you would a normal conversation." This is pertaining to texting. This can be seen in every texting conversation. The fairest way to have a conversation is in person and shows all the emotions and mistakes that comes with talking. It is the most natural way to converse and should be used much more often. Messaging takes away the human aspect of talking because you can think about what you want to say and even talk to others about it. It is almost like you're not yourself and you're just being a robot. One of the main problems is also when you finally see the person who you have been texting non-stop. You have nothing to say. That can result in more cell phone use at certain events, even though you're with the person who you talk to all the time. In conclusion, I hope I was able to inform you why I believe we need to put down the phones, and I hope you've informed my solutions to this prevalent problem in our society. These solutions include putting down the phone and talking, have alternative activities ready, and just go see the person. Like Albert Einstein once said, it has become appallingly obvious that our technology has exceeded our humanity. Thank you.